Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Kathy Loves to Scrap with another layout from, yes I'm late, Follow a Sketch February 2024. This is day 25 sketch. I'm also using it for our Soul Scrappers challenge, the Blast Off, where I have to have 5 punch circles, 4 pattern papers, 3 stars, 2 portrait photos and 1 something metal. This is the great sketch from Boys Rule and Jenny Evans, and that was day number 25. And this is the layout that I've created of my 2 boys getting their licenses for their forklift. Alright, so I've just pulled together all the bits and pieces that I'm going to use for this layout, and I'm using some beautiful cardstock products from Scrapbook Fantasies here in Australia. And for those that don't know, I am Australian and I like to use Australian products where I can. This one's called Under Construction, perfect for the forklifts, as you can see, and I absolutely love this paper. The quality is so good. This also is a Scrapbook Fantasies, but it's from a different range and I can't think of it at the moment. I think it's called Dreamland, but it's beautiful. And you know me, anything wood based I am going to use. Now my boys work in transport and logistics, and they work at heights and in confined spaces, and their bosses wanted them to upskill in some more areas, so they recently had to get their forklift licenses, and it was quite funny watching them together, learning together and working together. Alright, so here I have got some solar paste, which I am using through a stencil to give like a tyre track mark in the mud, which is great for a forklift vehicle. And this solar paste is awesome. It dries quickly, but it looks effective on the page, and it's just enough to give it looks like that the tyres have rolled across. I've cut a strip about 3.5 inches from that construction paper. And I've just used my watercolour palette here by adding water to the black and making it really runny, and that's what I'm using to make some paint splatters to add some more detail to those very bright yellow wood panels, which, you know, I like brights and this wood panel, so they're both perfect for me. And my boys, they're funny. It took them a while to study up and then get their licenses. They were very, very thrilled with themselves. This one here is another under construction paper, and I'm going to cut my punches, or punch my circles from it, and it's a 2.5 inch circle that I'm using at the moment. And then I also cut some out using my 1.5 inch circle, and I think it's a 1.25 inch circle that I use to do the next lot. And here's where I actually make a mistake. I had cut this strip out and I was going to use it because I wanted to use the cutouts at the bottom of the back of that page. But not thinkingly, I cut out 2 circles which I want of the tape to be centre parts of these circles. So I then had to use my cutouts. Luckily, I always buy 2 of each of these papers because I can use it again. So I still have those delightful printables to cut out and use on another page. So I have got my circle pieces, and at the moment I have got 5, but you'll see that I actually go back and change my mind and add a different one. I am now cutting off some of this to make a fishtail banner, and that's going to be a part of the design as per the sketch. And this here, I am going to turn it over so that will qualify as another patterned paper and add some more detail to the layout. Alright, so here's the photos. One of them I'm going to mount black, and the other one I'm going to mount with the grey. And these are 6x4s, so I'm cutting them at just under 6.25 by 4.25. And with the grey one, I layer up with this black, but then when I actually go to put it on the page, I don't use it. I don't know why. Maybe I forgot. But either way, it still came out well. So I'm going to tape down the middle strip across the middle, and as you can see, it's got all the construction vehicles there. Then I've got my safety tape, which says stop, and my arrow for a safety barrier, and that forms the middle part as per the sketch. And I'm now using express-it tape. Trim that one up, it's a little bit longer than I thought it would be, and you can see that I have the two boys there, and they are like two peas in a pod, even though there's 10 years difference in their ages. I'm using tickets here. They say a bit too because there's the two of them, and I'm using those as a banner to tuck in underneath that picture. Just goes to show how versatile these sketches are and how you can adapt them either to a feminine look or a masculine look. And I'm using my circles because I need those for the blast off challenge, and this is perfect for it. And I've layered up these circles. So I've got one there, and that sort of looks like a rosette now. And then I've tucked in the next one. And if you look, I've got this other big circle that I use, and I'm actually going to put it one up here as a half circle, and then the other half circle I tucked in underneath the photo, and I think that's why I didn't put the black, because I tucked in the circle. I cut the title Proud Achievement on my Cricut, and I've double layered it so that it stands out, and it's using a patterned paper as well. So I have my 4 different pattern papers on the page, and that's one of the requirements for the blast off. I have got those circles, and I'm not too, like I can count 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 with the 2 half circles. So to just make sure that I've got the 5, I add another one in a moment. I have the 3 stars, which I'm putting across the clusters, and you can see those going into place. And they're in the orange, which picks up Owen's shirt and the tickets. And the best thing about this day for the boys, it wasn't the fact that they got their licenses, it was that they were presented with these Lego forklifts, which they couldn't wait to get home to build. I'm just putting in the safety cone there, and I'm putting in a safety barrier into my cluster, and I have a little forklift which I'm going to put in there. So they also are from Scrapbook Fantasies, and they are just perfect for this layout. So I'm putting the barrier, and I'm not sure, but I'll tuck it in here behind the star to build the cluster. So even though it's a masculine page, you can still build your clusters up. And I'm happy with that, and I'll go and stick it all down now to put it all into place so I don't lose any of it. I pop those stars up to give dimension to my page. If you've watched any of my videos, I like dimension. I don't like flat. I like to add some detail and draw the eye around the page. And if you haven't seen any others before, please watch some of mine. Give me a like, subscribe if you're not already there. I am finalising these into place so that this layout is coming together, and I'm actually pleased with how it's turning out. Well, as I said, this sketch is quite good. I think I'll use it again. It's very, very effective. And I'm just adding in the last of it, and that's when I go back and go, I need my metal piece. And what else do you need when you get a license but you need keys? So I have a little metal key here to say that they now have the key to the forklift. And that's my metal piece. I'm adding my trusty Nuvo dots because I love Nuvos and I always use them to finish off my clusters. They just give that extra little bit and finalise them so that the eye is really drawn around the page. And that's very important when you're looking at it. And I have my clusters there. And I'm counting my circles, make sure I've got my 5. But as you can see, I'm still hesitant. And so I've cut a little forklift in a circle out of the paper, and I'm putting that up there. But then I thought, no, do I put it above there? No, it definitely needs to go in that corner up there to finish that one up. And so I'm just going to pop that up, and that gives me my 5 circles clear and clean. I have got my 4 different pattern papers, and I'm just going to journal here onto the bottom of the tag saying about the boys and their forklift licenses and how proud they were and how the Lego was more important than the actual license. And then I'm going to date it at the bottom as well. I just think those 2 circles at the top are a little bit flat, so I'm putting in some faux stitching just to give them a lift off the bottom of the page, make them stand out a little bit more. and draw the eye to it. And as you can see, the page has actually come together quite nicely. And instead of using a date stamp this time, I'm just actually journaling it with my own handwriting, the month and the year. And I think that that's pretty much how it's all come together. So give us a like if you found anything here to inspire you. Thanks for watching, and these are my clusters. Just a nice close-up. You can see how they all came together. All the elements worked nicely on this page. And yeah, I love this sketch. I think that Jenny Evans created a great one, and I think I'll use it again, maybe on a feminine one. But you can watch all the other people who scrapped along on this February Scrapper sketch, and you can see their links in my message down below. Thanks again. I'm Kathy from Kathy Loves to Scrap. This is my layout of my two boys, and you can always see much more of my work by going to Instagram, where all my layouts get loaded up. And stay tuned next time for more from Kathy Loves to Scrap. Thanks for watching, and thanks for giving up your time.